Hi, everyone. My name is Peter Cannon, Communication Officer at USF School of Information. I'm here with Dr. Natalie Taylor, Assistant Professor in the School of Information. We're here to talk about her book, Foundations of Information Policy. She's co-author with Paul Yeager. Hello, Dr. Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. We have 3 questions. And the first question is, what is the audience for your book?
So the book was written and envisioned as a textbook. So the primary audience was current LIS students. But we did write it with the idea in mind that current professionals may want to return and go back to it too. I know a lot of people don't get a lot of information policy information when they're in school, or they may have been in school a while ago and so want to brush up on that. So we definitely think that people who are already in the field might benefit from it as well. And I mean, the idea is that we introduce both current information policies, the history of information policy, and then maybe most importantly, the book talks about the broader societal issues that are shaped by policy. So things like information infrastructure, digital literacy and inclusion, accessibility, security, and things like that, which again are all things that come up as you're working in the field.
Oh, interesting. So what is unique then about your book as opposed to other books on information policy?
Sure. So surprisingly, maybe, there actually aren't a whole lot of information policy books written as introductions. A lot of them get into more complex issues. But those that are really don't target the LIS audience. They typically target different disciplines, public policy and things like that, communication sometimes. Those that are in the LIS field often focus on a series of issues. So they might focus on net neutrality, for example. And like I said, what we've attempted to do is both talk about those individual issues, filtering privacy, but again, like I said, the broader societal issues that those impact and how that impacts the field in general.
Oh, okay, great, excellent. So what do you think readers can do after they read your book?
Right. Well, so, I mean, we're hoping that after you read the book, you will really feel like you've gotten a good foundation of information policy, kind of know what specific laws, regulations, policies are that would impact the information field. We've included things like case studies to try to give that practical applicability, so you can really see how, once you've read the book, see how it's connecting to your real life. The discussion questions at the end of every chapter are an attempt to, again, connect it to real life. But I think the biggest thing that we wanted people to feel confident in coming away after they've read the book is to for readers to have an understanding of how to turn the issues into action. And that might look like activism, it might be advocacy, and it might be just education. And those are oftentimes things that you're doing in your life anyway. So if you can somehow incorporate these information policy issues as you're doing that, we think it can make each of those areas more effective.
So this would be a book that's not only for the student, but for the practitioner then?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Like I said, so I mean, we're hoping, I think students need this. Like I said, it's an introduction, but we are aware that a lot of people didn't get that when they were in school, or if they did, they maybe need a refresher on how it's actually applying to their current life. So yeah, I think it's hopefully for students and practitioners.
Great, excellent. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us. Again, the book is Foundations of Information Policy by Paul Yeager and Dr. Natalie Greene Taylor. I should say Dr. Yeager too, right?
Yes.
It came out, I think, last year?
Yeah, 2019, yep.
Great, excellent. Well, thank you very much.